Hello everyone and welcome to MichMusic Now. I'm Michele Weir and that's right, we're doing some scatting today. In case you weren't sure, let me confirm we're doing scatting and specifically we're going to get you scatting. This is a practice session so that you can become today a bebop wizard. That's what it's all about, you becoming a bebop wizard today. So we're going to be working with something I call bebop shortcode, and then we will be extending that shortcode. So it's bebop shortcode with an extension, and it's I kind of hate to use this term, but it's kind of like a little trick. It's a musical trick though. It's not an illegal trick. It's a good trick that's going to help you elevate your scatting from good but relatively simple diatonic, a little chromaticism, not too much, right away to sounding like, woo, this person's a jazz musician and really sounds like they understand the jazz language. That is the goal for today, and it will be fun. It's a bit of a departure from what we've been doing in these scat sessions recently with phrasing math and some syllables work and stuff like that. We're going to just sort of leap a few steps forward to get to this language that I find so many students of mine are very, very curious about. They want to know, how do I make my scatting more sophisticated? How do I learn to hear all the chromaticism that's involved in bebop, in the bebop language, and why is it so difficult? Well, we're going to make it a little less difficult today, and I'll give you a very specific strategy. I think one of the things that's especially challenging for singers in learning bebop, especially as compared to their instrumental counterparts, is that players can potentially fall back on the notes they know that they've practiced. Like they don't have to hear it in the same way singers have to hear it. Players could possibly have studied, and they know the notes and they can mechanically play them, in their brain, and certainly, ultimately their ears are connected to it also, but they can get a lot of support by just knowing what the notes are. Singers, you can't even get out of the gate. You can't begin anything until you hear it. You hear it, then you sing it. That's not the other way around, hopefully. So anyway, that's why I'm going to give you a little specific help on that today. Okay, so let's talk about shortcode for a sec. What is shortcode? Sounds so familiar, doesn't it? I think there's a couple of meanings for that term in our contemporary culture. But the one I'm thinking of is having to do with the code we use to build and maintain and operate websites like HTML language, PHP language, and so on. You may be familiar with shortcode if you have, for example, a WordPress website and you do some of the maintenance yourself. You know that you can take a piece of shortcode, and so that's not some long thing that looks like another language you don't understand. It's really a short thing that looks like another language you don't understand, but it's a bite-sized piece, and it tells the the platform to do something with that code. It means put an image here, or it says make that image purple, or it says put that purple image up in the left-hand corner. That's what the shortcode does. So in relation to music, we're going to take a short idea, a melodic idea. We'll call it the shortcode, and that will be our bebop shortcode. That's where all the chromaticism is going to happen and the bebop content. Then after that, we'll extend it so that it becomes a little bit longer of an idea, and the extension will be relatively easy because it'll be mostly diatonic. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it for now, and go to some of the jazz fundamentals classes that I have posted on MichMusic now. Let's start with our first bebop shortcode, and it sounds like this. And let's work on the syllables first. Would you please join me? I'm going to repeat these syllables a few times. Da-ba-da-da, 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 da-ba-da-da. Notice that there's an N sound, we call that a ghost note, and it's an important part of the articulation of the music. Let's do it again 4 times. Da-ba-da-da, 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 da-ba-da-da. Easy, good. One more element that we want to add to this in regard to just the syllables and the rhythm, and that is articulation. So we want to aim in this case for the first note and the last note. Da-ba-da-da, 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 da-ba-da-da. Because when we get into faster tempos and more, really bebop-y sounding solos, you get a lot of these periodic accents. It's one of the characteristics of bebop. So, with me please, and we'll go 8 times. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3. Da-ba-da-da, 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 da-ba-da-da. Excellent. Now, let's attach some notes to that, and we're going to go slowly at first. Da-ba-da-da, 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 da-ba-da-da. Okay, again, 8 times. 1, 2, 3. And yes, it sounds kind of weird. I know, there's basically a wrong note in it. It just doesn't sound right. But it's a passing note, and it is definitely a part of the climate, the sound, the mood of bebop and the bebop language. So you want to be sure to get that note in tune. It's really like doing any kind of very, very fine, detailed task. You've got to be real meticulous about it. Here we go, 8 times again. 1, 2, 3. Great. Now we're going to do it a little faster. 8 times. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And now we're going to add the attachment to it to make it a little bit longer. Please just listen. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 1, 2, go. Okay, good. It's kind of fun, right? Not that big a stretch to get to an idea that really, really sounds like your instrumental counterparts. Okay, we're going to go a little bit faster now, and I want you to keep your eye on articulation. Just aim for a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and in terms of accents. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3. All right. Good. If you made it this far unscathed, congratulations, then you're doing fantastically. And now we're going to do another one, but it's going to be the same bebop shortcode, but it'll be in another key, and we're going to attach a different extension to it. All right, so here's the key of B-flat, and we'll start on the 5th again. And so the idea here sounds like part of your range, right? Your vocal range. So you just have to do what you can to adjust things to get your resonance and get the, everything feeling right within this pitch range. Okay, so let's do it again slowly. Here we go. Okay, 8 times in tempo. 1, 2, go. Okay, so now here is the extension. Just listen. We actually have a couple of chromatic moments in there. We've got our shortcode, and then, see, we're always sort of targeting notes. There's our first target, there's our second note, and there's our last target. So let's try it at least 4 times, kind of slow. 1, 2, 3. Good. 8 more times. Drill is good. We want to drill, drill, drill. We want it in our voice. We want it in our ear. Let's go a little faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Four more. Okay, you may want to watch this video a couple of times to, just use it to practice with. There will be a PDF download, though, that will show you these exercises and give you that short code. So be sure to get the PDF download. It's at my YouTube channel. In the description part right next to the subscribe button there, and that's at MichMusic, Michele Weir on YouTube. And now, as we like to do after every exercise session, we want to get just open improvisation practice so that you get your feet wet, you get to try out stuff, you get to remember the soulful purpose of why you're doing these crazy bebop wizardry exercises in the first place. And it's because you love it and it's fun and you want to get better at it. So I'm going to be your accompanist, you're scatting, and if you can, go back to F and try to dial in a little bit of, or reminder of the incomplete idea. Okay, here it comes. This is your turn to improvise. Here we go. there you have it. I hope that was interesting, helpful, useful for you. I have a lot of students that are often just so curious about how do I do bebop, and you know, really get that jazz authentic sound in my scatting. And here's one way to do it. It's a simple little thing, that shortcode idea. And don't forget to get your PDF. It is on the YouTube channel page, MichMusic Michele Weir YouTube, and it's right next to the subscribe button. Just coincidentally, you know, if you're so inclined, I would sure appreciate that. And yeah, be sure to watch this video again so you can practice. I recommend that. Because that's what's really needed, is something to practice with. That's why I'm providing the video. Don't forget about my Music Masterclass, again, which is a third-party group of jazz classes. There's a ton of them. Not that many for singers, but some. And certainly the ones with players are just great, too. I mean, they've got world-class players doing sessions there. So you'll find a link to it in the YouTube notes and other notes, too. Wishing you the very best. Take care, and we'll see you next time.